Hello everyone, picking off where we last were, I will be doing the side quest first, and then I'm going to go and teleport over to whatever shroud, Black Shroud, sorry, I was actually thinking of which shroud, South Shroud as it were. And then after that, we will see where that takes us. And I'm also going to do these quests before I forget about them again. And I'll also continue that just to finish the quest to unlock that dungeon. Because yes, it's a dungeon. Oh, I guess there's a wind sprite right over this way. And we need to kill 3 of them, and they are various places around here. And I will try to ignore the, try to avoid the large buffaloes, as I will eventually need to kill them. And since you see there's a few of them over here, I am going to go over this way. Because there's 2 conveniently right for me, right there, for killing. I mean, hi. And if you see how my chocobo just healed me and is also attacking, that is because it is currently in the free stance, so it will still cipher through between the defender, healer, and attacker stances, or skills rather. As you saw, that kick one is usually a defender's skill. And the reason why I came up here is also partly because we needed to go here anyway to fight the stronger monster. Wind Sprite Core. The wind generated by these lighter-than-air cores is the bane of beskirted women and be-kilted men across the realm. And we get a giant storm sprite. At least in my version of giant, because if you look at how big it is, it's way bigger than us. It's even bigger than the chocobo. Well, that's saying something. Okay, so we're not going to turn that quest in just yet because we have to head back over that way anyway. So we'll head on over to Camp Tranquil to talk to Lendanel. And yes, there's leave quests here, as we saw when I picked up the chocobo quest. So obviously, as I had mentioned before, the main scenario quest was probably around this area, and that's where we got to be able to use our chocobo for fighting in the first place. But since we had the notification up here, I picked it up early. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Celebrian. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise, whatever. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha! You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. And I guess we have a side quest or 2 here, so we may as well do those as well. Lendanel needs to explain a few things to you. We getting explaining to? Let me be clear. This business between you and me and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, it was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot, the toy here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking or in gambling and all those other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven spiller. Lovely. Now then, where were we? Yes, the egg. The first thing you must do is deal with the sentries patrolling the Adamantois breeding grounds. Poaching is illegal in Gridania, in case you were unaware. A shame we have so few whalers to spare, especially the brownie bushes almost in season. Matron Forfend of Agaric Flies claimed the crop before we received additional sentries. We will also soon need barrels of sting brew to weaken and ward off the pests. I'm confused as to why he's staring up into the air. Is he pretending he didn't hand something to us? But if any of the wildkin were found near the shrooms before we can take preventative measures, we would be forced to shift our patrols immediately. You will, of course, notify me if you encounter any agaric flies in the vicinity of the lower paths, yes? Nope, I won't tell you. I'm just kidding. And we'll also talk to Dato Meshroka. Dato Meshroka needs a favor of an adventurer. The goodwill of a maid so proficient with pole arms is surely worth having. I heard Captain Londonell regaling you with the many tales of his youth. Much has he seen and known, having journeyed throughout Eorzea with naught but his wits. I am a child of the Twelveswood, a whaler through and through. Never have I cast a shadow that was not forged by a sun that perches atop the great elm at dawn. Yet travel I would, if only in mind. They say an Oldon trader is nearby, to the south. Will you find for me a thing from that city strange and great? I have duties where else I would go. You'll not find me ungrateful. And since we have the side quests, I may as well do the Leave Met one also. As I was going to turn to the other side quest, I might as well get this since I'm less closer. Mirthalin, the Leave Met at Camp Tranquil, seeks capable adventurers to undertake his many tasks. Looking for a spot of work? Then you've come to the right place. I'm Mirthalin, a representative of the Adventurers Guild. As the Leave Met stationed here in Camp Tranquil, I'm responsible for assigning the various tasks that come in from beleaguered locals. Quite a number of these tasks can entail a significant degree of danger. However, if I'm to set you loose on my leaves with a clear conscience, I must first be convinced of your capacities to surmount the challenges you're likely to encounter. How about we start you off with a leave of my choosing, and see how you get on? Let's try this one, shall we? After the lengthy interrogation of a recently captured Crowclaw member, the Wood Whalers have discovered the precise location of several stockpiles of prohibited furs. As there is a countless number of these hidden stashes, the Whalers are currently enlisting the aid of able-bodied adventurers to not only retrieve the contraband, but also see to the handling of any poachers who may attempt to protect it. Excellent. Pray be aware that while you are retrieving the furs, we may encounter the poachers themselves. I suggest you arm yourself for battle. Good fortune to you, adventurer, and I hope to receive word of your success in the very near future. And we will talk to Florent here. Oops. Florent needs a capable adventurer to locate his lost goods. Hail, adventurer. You come at an opportune time. My botanist hatchet serves its own purpose well enough, but I'd hesitate to use it on anything that bites back. I would guess that your own skill at arms is more apropos for this situation. It was crossing the bridge behind me when I came to thinking of all I've seen since the calamity. What boggles the mind wobbles the body, and before I knew it, I was nearly on my face and the lumber in my arms was scattered all over the bridge. Some of must have fallen over the side. Now, I'm not so green as to go vaulting over the bridge when I know perfectly well of the fiends below. but an adventurer should have little and less to fear. Will you go in my stead to retrieve the wood? I guess I will. And I will set my home point to this just for now. Just in case. I'm gonna take a detour. Oh, that made me jump. Flinch. Scared. Worried. Hide. Anyway. So we'll do the leave mat first, since it's like right there once I find the button. And we may as well go all out. Now what level is this leave mat? It's level 30. Do I have anything close to that? Alas, I do not. So, paladin it is. Poach hide. I don't feel like fighting that condor there. Just yet. And we need to head over this way. No, truth be told, I don't really remember doing any leave quests here before. Aside from, I guess, unlocking them. And because we have other stuff that's also within the vicinity, I may as well obviously collect those things as well. Dropped lumber. And perhaps the reason why I don't remember doing any leave quests, at least for the unlocking one, is probably because I had assumed it to be just like any other quest. No, I guess I can't do that until I'm killed this one. And I also keep forgetting to turn that on. There we go. Not entirely sure if it's actually better than what I was currently wearing, but we'll assume it is. And we'll grab the dropped wood lumber over here, since I believe it is the last one. And then we'll head over that way for the leave mat. I'm just gonna zoom out a bit. Oh, I guess there's another one over there. So, let's see, we need to go there for the... whatever. We'll just get the last one, which is over here. Or whatever it is that's over here. And fortunately, this is not an aggressive creature. But I am going to switch my chocobo to healer stance, because sometimes it has a O skill, and I do not want to fight a level 50 creature right now. And of course I wouldn't be fighting it, because it would probably kill me first. Because one peck from it and it would probably take over half of my health, and another hit from it and it would kill me. And there would be nothing I could do about it. Because I would probably not be able to run away fast enough to get out of its range. Now that said, it is also very close to wood. The sentries there. So it's hard to say. But we'll not take that risk. Now, why are you so slow? Do I need to use a key item on you? That's not the button I'm looking for. Obviously I do. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. And now I will head back over this way to... Oh. It's a good thing I didn't run far. I didn't even notice that, and I just noticed that there is that still there, but... Now I'll head over this way to the last last portion of the leave mat, which is over here. And conveniently, there's two of them right here. And since we're done the other quests, then I can just hit the S button. And teleport right there, and look at that. Saved a whole lot of time. Sort of. Kind of. Not really, but... Bravo, madame. I had a feeling you would do well for from the moment we met, and though this was but a trial, you earned your reward nonetheless. A bonus has been rewarded based on difficulty. Woohoo! But not time, because we took too much time, but that's okay. I must say I was rather impressed with your results. I see no reason not to grant you access to a greater range of leave quests. Your most difficult task now is choosing what to attempt next. And... so it's kind of ironic that we just get this, and it's better than what we have currently equipped also, but... yeah. Or maybe it isn't better. Now, why does that say it's better? Probably because of all the bonuses. But we'll stick with that. For now, anyway. So we will talk to Londonelle there after we talk to Florent here. Florent. Adventurer, I'm right glad for your return. Did you find my wood where it fell? Dropped lumber. A long piece of planed wood dropped by the ever-graceless Florent. Wonderful! The tavern will get a fine blaze out of these. 'Tis firewood for Buscarin's druthers you were gathering. A little damp, but nothing that a little drying won't fix. The sun is strong, and the way is long, after all. Much appreciated. And we'll yoink those. Thank you kindly. Londonelle. I pray this year's crop of brownie brushes comes late. Brownie brush. Legend says that Eorzea was once inhabited by a race of tiny creatures called brownies, and they would use the spores of this particular mushroom to paint their faces in battle. Oh my, is this a brownie brush? And you say you slew a whole swarm of agaric flies? Matrons, we cannot wait for reinforcements. We must do something. Uh-huh. And I will yoink that. No, I won't. I'll yoink those. Londonelle. Londonelle has an urgent request for a kind adventurer. This agaric fly infestation requires your full attention. I thank you for bringing it to my attention, adventurer. If I may impose upon your kindness further, I would ask you to inform my subordinates of this dire development. I have 3 whalers currently standing guard in routes like... inform each man that they are to proceed to the lower paths and search for agaric fly swarms until further notice. So we need to head over this way. And the first one is here. Honest wood whaler. Agaric flies in the lower paths? Then I mustn't delay. Thank you for relaying Captain Londonelle's orders, adventurer. And the next one is over this way. If I don't run into something that's stopping me from running. And we'll avoid these troopers, if I can. What's that? Everyone is to search the lower paths for agaric flies? I know we haven't had to deal with poachers recently, but I cannot help but worry that they will strike in our absence. But an order is an order. And the next area, next person is over this way. And I really like the music in this area too. I think it's gonna stop. Like I said. Brazen Wood Whaler. A message from the captain. Damn, these vile kin are a danger to travelers on the road. I will depart immediately. And of course it's storming here. Can you tell? No? And so we will head on up again. Want to know. I take it you informed my men then? Excellent work, Celebrian. However, I cannot keep the roosters distracted for too long. If you wish to pillage the henhouse, you must do so now. Fontanella is wondering why you are still here. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good Admontoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just ripe for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay your hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Celebrian. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. I'm not worried. But thank you for the concern. Adamantioise egg. And holy crap, that's huge. And with that, ta-da! And make our way back up. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end? Well, I already went and got it, so... An exceptionally large egg with a seemingly unbreakable shell. When it hatches, the baby Adamantioise that emerges will likely be as large as a hound. Ha 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 ha! Such bravery, such recklessness! That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uda Noon. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Celebrian. So, I guess we are going to southern Thanalan. And we will teleport to Little Alamago. And then there's a little pathway that you can take. Somehow. Otherwise, where could we have gone? Once I... Oops. Otherwise, we could have gone... Well, I honestly think that's the only way we could have gone. So, obviously, you can see the quest is over here, too. So, I'm just gonna do that. And so, we'll head over that way first, since it's that way. I forgot. Mounts are slow here. And I'm trying to do my best to avoid the golems there. Beep-beep-boo. Welcome to the Sunken Temple of Karn, or what remains of it, at least. Used to be ancient Belladines as a place to worship the sun goddess Azemia. Much about the temple's history remains shrouded in mystery. While we have sent a research team into the depths, I regret to say that the investigation proceeds at a snail's pace. And there I go with my fast clicking again. Proceeds at a snail's pace. That is, when it proceeds at all. It would seem that the Belladines have rigged the temple with all manner of devious traps and snares, to deter temple robbers, no doubt. We have recruited adventurers to assist in disarming the traps, but be forewarned, many who have entered have yet to return. Should you wish to brave the depths, we would welcome your aid. And I guess we leveled up. And also have access to the Sunken Temple of Karn, which I will attempt to remember that we have access to that now. And so now I'm going to head south, and I'm not going to go this way because, as you can see, that's like a level 45 quest there. If I go that way, actually, you know what? You can try it. We're on a mount. We'll be fine. She says as she's very, 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 very wary. It's not like they're 10 levels higher than us. More than 10 levels higher than us, as it were. I'll probably cut over to that way quickly. So I'll head over on this side. Run away! Run away! Because I don't want to run through all of that. Because I think there's an easier path over this way. A more safe for us little plebes. Oh look, we have a giant dragon. What's the giant dragon there? Oh. We have a hunt. It's scary. Run away, run away. I'll just scale this wall on my carbuncle. And look at that. We avoided it. Oh, we can't go any higher. Well, that's okay. We avoided them. We're good. Now we can go over here. And I think I can go through here without any difficulty. And pay no mind. Oh, right. Where is it? Is it over this way? I don't even know anymore. We'll just head over around. I think it was over back that way, but that's okay. We'll just go this way. See the nice desert. Enjoy the music from her chocobo. Not a chocobo. Did you know this is a chocobo all of a sudden? Carbuncle is putting on a costume of a chocobo. Yeah. That was sad. And there we go, is to where we need to go. And so the first thing I'm going to do is attune to the Aetheryte. And then set it as our home point because we will be here for a little bit. And I'm going to talk to the Chocobo Keep here so that we can just porter our way later. And so I'm going to talk to the person who is probably in this building. Yes. We need to talk to Uden Noon. Oops, Chocobo, get off the table. State your business, adventurer. Snort. So that is the one way Scat sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. But, why are they always yellow pants? Seriously. Like, look, at least that's a pale yellow, but I'm going for those because I probably need them later. No, Chocobo, get off the table. Thank you. Udon Noon. Udon Noon is attempting to ignore you. Well, he's not attempting hard enough because I'm still here. And talking to him. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. Hi? You've seen your share of battle, there's no mistaking that, and you did manage to obtain the Adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am a Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills. Instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready, even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and it is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help any unproven whelp. The children of Sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. A child who wishes to become a hunter must collect the blood of 7 Sendrinks. You are not a child, so you may find this to be easy, but you are not of the U tribe, so perhaps not. I will consider your request once you have brought me the blood, and not a moment sooner. Soup. Ukabutia. Or Ukubatia? Anyway, people are talking, and Ukubatia, or Ukubatia, whatever, would know what it is that they say. I wouldn't spend too much time with Utika, adventurer. His strain of foolish cheer can be catching, and I've found it wise to never become too happy. Happiness begets complacency, and it's only through discontentment that one rises to become more. That's not really true, but okay. This brings us to the issue of which one of us will next lead our tribe. Unlike Utika, the matter of who becomes the next Noon is one I take most seriously. Each of us represents a distinct vision for what lies ahead. You see, I am fascinated with the future. We cannot create it, but we can be prepared for it. We can profit from it, or we can perish from it, or by it. I need you to speak with immigrants, for they see Forgotten Springs through the eyes of opportunity, not loyalty. And Utakiatia? Wait, isn't that the same person? Oh, Ukubatia. Oh, he was telling us not to pay much attention to him. With nary a word, Utukatia indicates that he has a delicate commission for you. You there, you have the smell of a resourceful drink of water. Help me with one of the young ones, will you? I speak of a novice ranger by the name of Yukazuna, one of our most promising. I sent her southwest to hunt anglers, but she is rather long in the returning. She should be back by now, even if she'd killed one, dressed it, and made a saddle out of it. As a young huntress as she is, I suspect she tripped over her own tail and has made a right mess of things. But as this is something she ought to do on her own, I fear sending one among the tribe to help her is out of the question. You, on the other hand, are a different story. Help from strangers, but not help from anyone else. So I'll head over this way first, since I know there's a side quest up there. And this gate, now that I pay attention, it actually exits to over there. So where I needed to go from the bridge was not this way, But this way. Oh well. And I will summon my chocobo again after we're actually out on the field, so to speak. By on the field, I mean actually fighting, because there's really no point right now. We have a junk monger, and some fireflies, and some people exercising. Rairitsu. Or Riridesu. Riridesu. I say more trade, fewer hindrances. Forgotten Springs is ideally situated to be the waypoint for trade routes across the desert. If only the Noon would think to woo us merchants instead of outright rejecting us. And since you have a quest, Riridesu seems to need help with a delivery. I was all set to open a shop in Forgotten Springs. Would have been glorious. An amazing location, a string of customers lining up, a bevy of beauties about, but the Noon of the tribe who owed Noon up and forbade it, just like that. Now, in a way, I understand it. You kill or gather most of their own food, so they don't need what I'm offering. But surely the Noon has to see there's more to his oasis than his own tribe. Prospectors, adventurers, flames. We just don't live or eat as they do. But there I go again, getting on my soapbox. I might as well talk to you about something you can help with. Could you take this package to Byrigot's Strike and get it to a fellow named Odinel? I certainly could. And we'll hop onto our carbuncle. And so the gate access is over this way. Flame private gatekeep. And so we'll head back over this way. I'm so close I could almost not see where I need to go. There we go. What you got to say? The stalls you seek are down the Minotaur Road. Something. Is that what he said? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. And there's a building in here. What? Curious. Most curious indeed. Sedimand Flame Captain. A full-scale Almajah attack would breach the defenses here within a day. With the lizardmen making so free of Zanrak of late, it would be for the good of all to have the immortal flames bolster the outpost here in Forgotten Springs. Why are we talking to these guys again? Speak with the people of Forgotten Springs. Why are we doing the survey? Anybody remember? No? Okay. Drifting Cloud. Never did understand why they've so few bunks here. You see them miners pitching their tents down at Byrigot's Strike. You think they want to be holed up there? Course not. It's just they couldn't find any hereabouts that weren't full up. And so we won't turn in that quest. We'll go over there first, and then there, and then there. And then probably teleport our way back and watch. We'll have to... So there was the gate here. But there's also a gate over this way. So we'll actually backtrack and go this way. Actually, we'll go this way. A little hot spring of sorts. Anyway, see there's the other gate there. And I will try to avoid those. And you see, here's the hunter who is apparently having problems. Oh, I'm going to summon my chocobo before I forget. Kazaa. And done. Yukazuna. Eating. Corona. Gods, I'm sorry. Not to you. I'm sorry that I failed so miserably. Uteka gave me this mission himself, and he's sure to be the next nun of the tribe, and I have dishonored the name of U. I could crop my tail as penance, but I have to redeem myself. I'll just do something different. Again. I'm trying so hard. I have genuinely never seen this one before. But let's not fight him. I was wondering why there was a lancer somewhere in the middle. We need to head right there. I don't know why, but I find it very amusing with this music in the desert. And I see we have a side quest here. Odinel. Well met, adventurer. A package came from Minotaur Melm, did it? Did you? Or, wait, what? A package came from Minotaur Melm, did you? Is that the guy we just passed? Oh, nope, it wasn't. It was that aggressive hunt that we passed. We passed the little one over there somewhere. Anyway. Wrapped merchandise. The bundle appears to contain food, rations, and a flask of drinking water. Thank you most kindly. The Melm's a pokey kind of place, small as the dickens and all manner of isolated to boot. Makes it tough to get up there and give Viridesu the custom he's due. Right shame about Noon's decision. A store in the Springs would have been a kindness. It's just a crying shame, and the worst part if there's no changing that old Mikote's mind, mostly on account of the fact he hasn't one. He doesn't have a mind? What? Mumugoi has vast amounts of dirty and dangerous work for an adventurer. You see all this? All the excavation knowledge of Amagina and Son's mineral concern put to us, uncovering the remains. You see all this? All the excavation knowledge of Amagina and Son's mineral concern put to us uncovering the remains of the Allegan Empire. We mine knowledge here, not ore. Now that sounds grand, and it is, but most of my time is actually spent mothering this equipment. It's on account of the sand getting into the worst of places, and the darn stuff is everywhere. Which brings me to you naturally. Your showing up now is a godsend, and who am I to refuse the gods? Could you remove the 3 piles of sand right over there? You be careful as you go about it, though. Some smoke bombs have buried into them, and they're none too friendly. That's good to know. Sand dune. And smoke bomb. Can I get another one before you attack me? And I can. Can I get the third one? Nope. That's what happens when you're having problems attacking. Come on. Right. Moo go away. That was wonderful, adventurer. That was wonderful, adventure. Those piles were growing larger by the day, and I can't tell you how little I wanted to clean them up myself. But speaking of things I have no interest in doing, I'm sure you've noticed by now the cloud of smoke bombs surrounding the site. Well, they're not here by chance, they're here on account of the equipment. The machines run bloody hot, and the heat draws the bombs in, and every time that happens, we need to shut everything down or else risk them exploding on the lot of us. We'd all appreciate it if you could take care of 4 of the pesky devils. Okie dokie. And as you can see, they're blotted all over the place. And look at that, there's 2 right here. Hello, come here. And I'm going to zoom out some, not auto-run. And we need to kill 2 more. And we'll ignore that one and just go for those 2 that are just there. And there we go. Oops. There we go. Heimdall and Bythal, freedom from distractions at last. Thanks to you, I might be able to spend more than a minute focusing on the dig. Nothing beats having an extra pair of hands around. And I hate those, so no. Sure we're not. And I think that's it for this area. So we'll head on over to there. Where we need to kill some drakes. And no, it's not the same thing. Those ones I knew were different than the one that we saw over there. And we need to kill 7 of these. Hooray! So much enthusiasm. Oops, I was too slow with that. That's okay, it's at least faster with having a chocobo. And there's another one over here. We'll just work our way around. See, there's 3 more over that way. And you see them on the mini-map even too. Oops. I don't think we can grab the 3rd one. And we need 3 more after this one is dead. And there we go. So there's 1. And we'll make our way up that hill and see where we can find 2 more. There we go. And there's 1. Oh, and I guess there's another one over that way. Oops, I keep clicking on that instead of just... whatever. Maybe one of the other ones that we already killed will respawn, perhaps. Yeah, see, there we go. And so we need just to kill this one. And I would just ride my way there, but that's quite some distance, so we'll actually teleport there. And we need to head into... not that way. We need to head this way. And we'll talk to the side questy people first. Took it hard, did she? She should. She's bringing up the rear in this crop of novices. If this were a game of Ifrit take the hindmost, she'd be on fire right about now. The reckless always have to take the hard way. They fail until they succeed or get themselves killed. To tell you the truth, I was exactly like her once, down to the earnestness. Perhaps tell her that then? The reserved Tia would have you light a fire within his struggling novice, Ukazuna. Ah, familiar scent. I like the way you handle yourself the last time. Would you be my helping hand in the desert once more? You remember Ukazuna, don't you? I have her where she needs to be, out hunting Amarja in the eastern Segoli desert. Humbled, petulant, and with no idea how to gather her wits or her skills. The kindling is laid, all it needs is a spark. Go east and dispatch 3 Amalja before Ukazana's eyes. Pardon the heart of hers, so weighed down already with shame and pique. Then, with a deft psych, strike upon that flint. And Ukabutia. Fascinating adventure. Very fascinating. They speak much truth to you, these immigrants. You are my ears on the street. All the voices cry out for forgotten springs to open its gates. If our tribe is to prosper, we must enjoy the coin and protection of immigrants and outlanders. When I am a noon, the old ways will have to give way to the new. Yep, I was gonna say, I'm guessing he has a quest for us. Ukuba Tia seems to be in an impatient mood. The law is clear. To become the Noon of the U tribe, one must defeat the current Noon. In my case, this means Uda Noon. However, in order to win the right to challenge Udnu, I must first triumph over Utuka, who stands in my way, and I in his. In this manner, the Noon is protecting from constant challenge. But to defeat Utuka, my arms must be impeccable. A fool he may be, but weak he is not. I shall make new arrowheads, and for that I need barbs from Yarzan. Half a dozen should be enough. But first, before I do that, I'm going to do this fate because it's annoying me. And it's actually going to be a chain, I believe. There would be a second one after this one. Nope, just this side. So this one, you do not want to fight them. You want to get that guy. Unfortunately, because of that, we've actually lost this fate now. We only have 10 seconds left. Which is really unfortunate, because that's like 10% of the health, maybe. In fact, I actually forgot to change a setting here, which I realize. UI settings? Let's see. What am I looking for? Nope. 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 Display. I will find it later, but there is a way to change it so that you can actually see the percentage that's left, and I can't seem to find it right now, so whatever. Uden noon. I will not help an unproven whelp. Bring me the blood, or we have nothing to discuss. Drake blood, the bright, frothy blood of a Draken scalekin. For some unknown reason, the humors will not coagulate. You are a hunter of beasts. This much I know now to be true. But a Titan is no mere beast. If you mean to hunt a god, you must prove much more to me. Udanoon wants you to hunt the most dangerous game. Hunting a beast is a simple affair. You merely stalk, pursue, and slay. Hunting a beast man, however, is a far more complex endeavor. Across the desert to the east lies an Amulja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amulja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your task, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve the riddle yourself. Now go. Slay this old warrior and bring to me his necklace. And before we go and do anything else, I am going to go repair, which is over there. But I'm gonna ride the chocobo, this is a chocobo again, guys. Ride the carbuncle to right here. Apparently you sell potions. Do I need any? I should be fine. But no, it's over here I'm meant to go to. Merchant and mender. Repair. And that's better. Let's see. Armory chest. Nothing. Repair there. Oops, there. Nothing. 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 Okay. So now we need to go there, which we will do, and then we'll head over there. If I remember which direction I need to go. So here we need to kill 6, these guys. Don't think I can get a third one. That's okay. 2 is good enough for now. Kill 2 more. Well, these 2, and that should be it. And then, not should be, will be it. And then I'll head across the other side to fight the what we need to do, Amulja on the other side, and collect the something. Those tasks over that way anyway. So, I will ignore the sandworms. Even though they're gonna chase me. So we need to head this way. Oh, hello, sandworm. So, yeah, I'm pointed about the direction, somewhere over there. And then over this way, so over that way. I'll just run a little further past in case it does follow me, and it shouldn't any further. There we go. Destination. Bloody Gizarm. Gizarm, whatever. A trophy claimed by Uden Noon from the dying hands of an Almaja warrior. Surprised we can't actually see the spear there. Stone Spike Tanadga. And we got what we came for there. And then now we need to head over into the Almaja little campment there for the quest. And here we'll kill this one. And this one. And just for the sake of it, we'll kill all three at once. That will bring them over to this one. Yes, it's getting bright, because it's now the daylight time. More realistically bright. It is definitely bright. And if you end up out in some of the darker areas of the game and then you come over to this area, it is very blinding. And there we go. We need to talk to... I'm sorry, I hate having to repeat that over and over. I have no idea what I'm doing. I got this far into their encampment, and then I froze. Arg! It's all so pointless. Psych. Ah! Adventure! I bore witness to your deeds. You were amazing. I felt as though I was in a daze, but now I'm fully... Okay. I shall need time to consider your actions this day. Farewell. And once again, I'm not gonna ride the carbuncle. It's a carbuncle now, not a chocobo. Back. I'm just gonna teleport. And I need to go back into here. Good noon. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Crude necklace. A confusion of teeth, bones, and claws strung onto a piece of leather, supposedly from the pattern in which items are ordered. Other Almaja can glean the name and rank of the necklace's wearers. Wait, what? The necklace is rare, yes. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Yay, but first we'll talk to this guy. The Yarzen barbs, have you fetched them? I have indeed. A sharp claw-like protrusion taken from the leg of a russet Yarzen. My appreciations, adventurer. You may be surprised, but what target these find. Note what you see of Forgotten Springs this day. The old ways are going as quickly as arrows do fly. And we'll talk to Utaka Tia. Well done, and thank you, adventurer, but I'm afraid someone may have wrecked our effort. The double-dyed fool Ukubu saw fit to give her another of his lectures as soon as she rode back in. Grah, the man is such a fool. His scolding ways have cost us more novices than the desert and the beastmen combined. Ukubu has little love for anyone but himself. And now for Udanoon. Udanoon is finally willing to tell you of the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have been a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. We have Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in numbers. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sogoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass should be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. We have some quests to pick up. Oh, it was from you. Obviously, I needed to finish that main snoring quest first. Ukubu Tia is looking at you with a very cross expression. So it's you. Been working together with Utukava in his schemes, I've heard. I suppose I can hardly expect an adventurer to be loyal, but I can't expect you to stay out of tribe affairs, especially when they concern the training of our young rangers. The fact that Ukazuna has been naught but a disgrace to us is no excuse for your interference, no matter what Utuka might believe. For the nonce, I've dispatched her to the Minotaur Malm, that she might reflect on her many flaws in solitude. But that will accomplish nothing by itself. This problem must be fixed at the source, Utuka's foolish methods. Since you've gotten so close to the man, mayhap you'd be so kind as to tell him to refrain from corrupting other impressionable novices. I guess you can't speak to each other even though you're across the room. What's all this? Ukuba expects me to stay away from teaching our young ones? This foolish notion's truly know no bounds. A true instructor does more than simply criticize his students when they fail. I continue to worry about how Ukazuna fares following the repeated rebukes she has received from that onion-eyed troll. Who knows what damage he's wrought? Please, adventurers, seek her out so that we might determine her mental state. And we will do just that before we head out to that side and get that side quest. Ukazuna. It's good to see you again. What's that? You're wondering how I'm doing? I'm fine. Don't worry about yourself on my account. I have everything I need. Mostly. There is one thing you could do for me. I need 3 anglers, alive but enfeebled. I believe that when sufficiently weakened, they can be caught with simple sacks. Would you do me this favor? And conveniently, we needed to go kill some of those anyway. So I'll catch some and kill some. But first, I'll pick up that side quest there. once I find out where it is. I'm guessing it's on this side over here. Yes. There we go. Tola. Tola would confide in you about her troubles. Have I got a job for you, adventurer? You'll be positively perfect. You can look dangerous, can't you? My sisters and I like to bathe here after a hunt, but lately there have been oglers about. I've leapt out of the water, chased them off, but this only seems to swell the ranks. Will you chase them down and show them how, furious I am? Laboring lad. Oh, can't say as though I mean to offend you, madame. Well, I'll be going. No need to get angry, lass. I was just mentioning the, trees. Yes, these trees. Rather odd looking, eh? Only doing my bit for science. Uh-huh. Whoa there. I'll never be a swear. See the look of fury in nightmares. Shudder. Your own fault, dude. That's kind of creepy. Well, what? I said I like the trees too. It's not like I'm here for the girls. Uh-huh. And spineless sap. Oh, milady, I have been tested and found most wanting. So easily was I blinded, truced, and enfeebled. I must rise above this blast impulses if I am to amount to anything. Clearly. And there's one more somewhere. I think it's over on this side. Nope, I can't go any higher, so... Aha. I'm sorry, madame. No need to get angry now. I have a problem, alright? I was working out with my mummy and, Uh-huh. Ah, marvelous. I'll go inside. You have my gratitude, adventurer. Though, having a good look at you, I suppose I couldn't find a few stuff. And that's it for that one. So, now we can get to kill the anglers, which are, there or there. I think it's the same place where we can either kill them or catch them. I will probably catch them first. And now I need to catch 2 more. And then kill some. There we go. And now I just... Well, apparently I learned that Control M is now for that. And I just need to kill one for slaying an angler and collect its carcass. go. And now I need to take that over that way. And off the dune we go. And of course there's sandworms around. Welwick worm territory. Rotting angler. A few more bells under the sun and this fish will turn ripe as a fairy apple, aka stinky to no tomorrow. And I guess we're supposed to go over here. Welwick worm territory. And we're waiting. And there's the Welwick worm. Super. And I'm not going to ride my carbuncle. See, I got it right that time. No hesitation. Just kidding. There was hesitation. I was almost going to say chocobo again. Obviously I just teleported back instead once again. Okay, Uda Noon. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? I did indeed. Welwick worm meat. A large round slice of Welwick worm white meat. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Celebrian. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wiscat. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and see Wiscat's council. Ah, but hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. And what, pray tell, would that be? Of course, they're ugly gloves, but they're better than what I have, I think. They are. I guess I'm gonna go with the ugly gloves. We'll probably just cast Glamour. Uda Noon would like you to deliver a gift to Wiscate. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Wiscate was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that it's still the case now. Please give him my regards, Lumberin. Okay. And we will go over there and talk to... I guess we got a bunch of stuff, so I might as well just change that there. Looks kind of goofy, but not at the same time. Ukazuna. Could you catch 3 anglers in those sacks? I'd appreciate it. Well, I already have them. Whatever could be floundering about in this angler-sized sack? It couldn't be angler-sized anglers that I caught in them. These should do nicely. I switched to archery, you see, and I thought that anglers I might slowed would make fine practice targets. It's interesting. I wouldn't have dreamed of picking up the bow before, but some things became clear to me after the Almoja hunt. When I returned from it and spoke with Ukuba, he suggested that I might be more suited to fighting at range. 'Twas he who showed me how to shoot. He even gave me these arrows. The heads are of Yarzenbarb. I am fortunate to have both Ukuba and Utuka watching over me. We are a tribe, and what I take from others I wish to give back someday. That is what I train for now, not to win praise or escape rebuke. Different though they may be, either Utuka or Ukuba would make a worthy Noon. Don't think I'm grown too wise, though. Believe me, I'll still get a thrill and a half from putting arrows through those slimy monstrosities. I'll take your word for it. And we will make our way back over here and talk to... Who do we need to talk to? Utakatia. Oh, you were right there. Not the chocobo. There we go. You have found Ukazuna well, you say? And she's become an archer? Why, that's brilliant! I can't believe I didn't think of it myself. And those Yars and Barb arrowheads? Ikuba has spent hours shaping those. Well, well. I hate to admit it, but he is better a man than I give him credit for. Still, he shall receive no quarter from me. I intend to lead this tribe, and it will be all the easier to beat him bloody if I keep my dislike of him intact. Uh-huh. And we get a new belt. Yay! Except I don't think it was better than what we had. Oh well. Okay, so... where's this? Well, we may as well do that first before we head back to Costa del Sol for those other two quests to turn in. And I will get to those, what was it, gathering class quests, crafting quests some other time. Probably the next time in those areas or something, I don't know. Right. Am I the right area? Oh, okay, it's just there. It's very tiny and not visible, really. And I should have known from that. Oh, I see a random chocobo. And some purple hue. And an Udon trader. What am I killing? Can't tell if the chocobo was excited to see us or startled by the bad guys. Well, that's one down, one to go. Oh, and we have an injured and or dead person. Udon trader. Eating. Now that, madame, is what I call a close call. Good for nothing, that guard of mine. I swear these new cell swords are more of cell scabbards. Here, pray, take this for your trouble. The more precious of my wares. Udon incense. Thank you, I guess. A close call this was. Another moment and I would have been carrion for their feast. And I guess we need to go there. Did you find something? Ah, I hope to 12 that it transports me as captain's tales do. Udon incense. From year to sandalwood, the soothing aromas emitted by these alchemically crafted incense cones will instantly take one back to the jewel of the desert. The scent, my head swims. I see markets in the Colosseum. Languorous evening strolls past roses with the heat of the sun still on them. What smells? They inflame my imagination and possibly my sinuses. Thank you, adventure. You have more than earned this. I will take your word for it. So, now we need to go to Costa del Sol. And I will make sure to set that as my home point again. And then I need to talk to Waistgate and Gegaruju, but I'll do the Gegaruju bit first. Gegaruju. The storm sprite attacked you? So only you enjoyed a refreshing buffet? Eh? Buffeting? Buffeting? I don't know. Buffeting. I had but a whimpering whiffle. Oh, phooey. Now I shall be bored again. A muffin. Oh, I guess you have another task for us. Gegaruju. Ever capricious Master Gegaruju demands to know how his colibri are faring. You see all those wild colibri? Not one of them was originally here, though the alchemical question of where here is. That's something we can munch many almonds over. 'Twas I that bred, fed, and released the birds, so of course they are still mine, or if they belong to themselves, certainly no one else owns them. At least not more than I own them. Where was I? Oh yes, my colibri are being poached. The miscreants hang just outside the boundary of Costa del Sol, sly, and entice the colibri with feed. They should not be doing such a thing, such an ungentlemanly thing. Won't you parley with them? And if you can't talk sense to them, you'll just have to lure the birds back using these flowers. While colibri love Roselle nectar. I happen to know. Why? Because I bred them and fed them. We will not do that this time. We'll do that in the next video. But we will talk to Beastgate. Well met, Celebrian. Landonel and Oud Noon both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Onyx Brandywine, a deep caramel-colored spirit made from twice distilling fine red wine and then aging it in rosewood barrels for at least 30 summers. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the Noon personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Eldenard this time to obtain it. Wait, fortunately you won't have to, or fortunately you will have to? Now you have but one ingredient. Fortunately, you will not have to. Okay. Beastgate would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the Long Stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to the Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. So we need to head over this way. But I'm not going to do that this video. I will do that the next one. Because I can show you how pretty it is over here now. Because it's daylight for a change. And you see the beach there. And out there. And the water. Oops. I was hoping I could jump, but I didn't jump. But anyway. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching!